He has a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's also the Gladiator Combat Challenge champion at 55 pounds and the Bayou Fighting champion.
Oh. He just took two big shots there from Nazarov. And Nazarov is looking to take his head off right now. One thing that I do like though is that he's able to, he's giving these big fakes here. These big fakes those are the fakes that keep your opponent at bay, because he's looking to set something up to land something, but when you fake him, he becomes a little bit more hesitant.
The one thing I don't like about our positioning at the cage is that I can't hear the corners, because I'd love to hear what Dustin Poirier is saying. And Poirier with that huge win over Max Holloway for the interim title.
Phenomenal fight.
You know, and I was surprised, to be honest with you, that Holloway was favored. I give you everything. I get it. I get how elite Holloway is. I get how long the streak is. But you look at Poirier, he drilled his 3 or 4 opponents before that with hands.
I agree. I agree.
And on the ground.
I agree, but it's for those betting guys out there, you know, you've got a champion that has been just dominant, stopping the elite fighters time and time again. And then he steps up in weight class, and I don't think they really took account that.
That's good. Good point.
Poirier has settled. Yeah, Poirier was a featherweight at one point, but he has settled into lightweights and has been drilling some of the most dangerous fighters in the world back to back to back. So I don't believe he got the respect there, but man, did he prove it going out there and showing that.
He proved it.
But both these guys here tonight are still playing a chess match here. They're trying to find openings, trying to kind of just feel each other out. And Nazarov has landed some big right hands here. He just landed another one.
Yeah, Nazarov's a little kind of herky-jerky, and I can see why Webb is having a little bit of issues sizing him up, measuring him, trying to. Hey, when all else fails, right, go for that inside leg kick if you're having trouble measuring him.
And as you can see him now, he changes levels to go for the shot, but it was kind of a half shot. Good job by Thomas Webb of pummeling inside and getting into that 50-50 position. Now you give yourself a chance to be able to turn and circle your back off the cage.
Thomas Webb has some good submissions as well as some KOs. He's got a real sneaky guillotine from the back. Loves to pressure and guarantees his conditioning. He said he could easily do 5 rounds right now. He had such a great camp. You get guys like, you know, LJ Marvant and Dustin Poirier pushing you. You better develop your cardio, or you're going to have some really rough nights.
Both guys here still just jockeying for position here. And if you can see from Nazarov, one thing that he's doing, he's got the wrist of Webb. He's got that left wrist, which is kind of preventing Webb from being able to pull out or change levels and go for the takedown. Now he digs under. He's got those double unders. What he wants to do is lock his hand, look for go on the inside with the leg for a trip, or on the outside and block his hips and circle him down.
Going for the fight for that underhook wisely is
don't grab the cage, don't grab the cage.
Short notice, Tom Webb.
Good job by Webb of being able to circle his opponent off the cage. But this is where I think he needs to break here. I think he was having some success there out in the open, and then Nazarov had to go for the clinch. But this is where you break. When you get the opportunity, you got to break, get back to the center, and start to show the judges that, hey, I'm in control of this fight.
Right. Yeah, you're round 2. Here we go. Let's see what kind of adjustments each corner told their fighters to make. I'm thinking the same way you're thinking, more striking. I really like Webb out in the center of the cage. I think he has good head movement. Really, he has a great approach. He always sets up his approach with a combination. Oh, nice knee there from Beybitt.
And this is one thing that Beybitt can do. If he's not having success out in the center of the cage, he can get a hold of his opponent, get him to the cage, and start to wear him down and just grind on him. Ooh, good job by Webb, being able to slide out and land a short shot. But I think this is a mistake here. Instead of chasing this takedown, you've got to break. Keep your opponent in the center, because there's a reason he continues to clinch with you.
Right. Yeah, it's the reason Beybitt's clinching. He does not like trading with you. And frankly, he's contented just to be here and to have this dance. Back and forth. I'm pressing you against the cage. You're pressing me.
That's it.
Oof. Good slip and rip there from Nazarov.
Oh, bad intention on that right. Into the pocket they go. Great shot of short notice. T-Webb, the T kick. And a snappy outside leg kick. You can hear it across the room. Again, I like it. He's mixing it up.
He is, and you can see he's getting a little bit more comfortable. He's moving that head. He's bouncing in, bouncing out, showing the hands, showing the jabs. This is good. This is where you set traps here. Good job by Nazarov, being able to just kind of change levels, get that body lock, and able to hook the leg, trip his opponent down to the ground.
Now he's got his back. See what he does with it. Kind of gave up.
Good job by Webb. Good job, but not
good job.
Yeah, good job, but not just allowing that position.
It was
working back up.
Amazing how he just got out of it. Beybitt fully had his back. Before we knew it, Webb is standing up. He's threatening the Kimura. Couldn't quite pull it off. Really like Webb's head movement. A lot of guys get lazy in there and they forget the head movement. He's got that chin tucked in tight, got the shoulders rolled forward, elbows in tight.
Absolutely.
Bobbing and weaving. It's a really nice combination, setting it up with the jab when he's closing the distance. I agree with you. I think as long as Webb can keep this thing on its feet, it's his to lose. He could just win this thing on points because Beybitt's got nothing for him on his feet.
He is, and Nazarov is a talented striker as well, but he's just having a hard time really dealing with the aggression of Webb. And once again, Beybitt's got his hands locked. Webb has got that underhook. He's got to jack that underhook up, and he does. Excellent job. Now he's got to lock that up and look to switch positions just like that.
And then get out of dodge.
And get out of dodge and get back to the center. Why stay here and make this look a certain type of way for the judges?
Right.
And also, you just ate a nice knee right there to the body. Break that.
Yeah, and that's the only way Beybitt's touching him is in the clinch.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I mean, you could literally avoid getting touched by getting out at distance. But I think Webb's piling it up nonetheless. I think he's piling up points. It just looks better. Even when he's allowing Beybitt to push him up against the cage, he eventually turns Beybitt and always ends. He always decides when they break because he's on the outside when they break.
He is, but allowing your opponent to clinch you and hold you up against the fence. We saw that earlier tonight. And you lose a fight that way.
You always see the look of shock on the fighter's face when they lose. They have no idea that it's a slow.
Get the takedown. If not, get his opponent to the fence and just wear on him.
Good sportsmanship shown there by both of these 165-pounders to begin the third and final round. little bit of blood trickling down the nose of Thomas Webb. It's bothering him too. He's rubbing his eyes. Strange time to be bleeding right at the beginning of the round. I didn't see how that happened.
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't work on it. The cut man didn't come in. Oof. And oh, wow. And he's doing exactly what I thought he should have done.
Yes, sir.
Come forward, be aggressive,
sir.
And look to take this fight from your opponent, because your opponent's going to change levels just like that and try to shoot.
And this is the death for Thomas Webb, because Beibit's a guy who can grind you.
He is, but Thomas Webb's no slouch on his back. You can see him there kind of working that Beibit's right hand. He's going to switch it up and go for that triangle and use it to get back up to his feet. Beautiful job from Thomas Webb.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job. This is, why good training.
Big knee there.
That knee. He's going for it.
He is, and this is the success that you have when you become aggressive and take the fight from your opponent.
It's there to take, and as you would say right now, get out of there.
Yes, you're being aggressive. You have no why. Why stay here? You're beating him up with the stand-up. Get back out in the open, get back in his face, and take this fight from him. See, now you allow him time to recoup, get his mind back into that fight, and start to work there.
There you see a good shot of the cut on the nose. And fortunately for Webb, it started drizzling down the front of the nose and not into the eye socket. And that was very fortuitous for the 165-pounder, because it's very hard to fight with blood in your eyes.
Oh, that's very true. And I know what that feels like.
Is that right?
Yes.
Does it burn?
Oh, it definitely burned. I got my opponent's blood in my eyes a couple of fights ago.
Oh,
yes, it burned. It was one of those things that it was very uncomfortable. Luckily for me, it was towards the end of the fight. Now see here, Webb doesn't need to be in here. He doesn't need to be in here. You need to break. You've got to break and get back to the open and get aggressive like you've been doing. You've having some good success there. Why stay here?
You saw Nazarov looking over to his corner for advice, and he feels perplexed. He's not been able to get anything going against Webb. He's surviving, but no offense. And, it must be frustrating for Nazarov. At least, Webb is able to do this. Man, look at that. It's just beautiful. Rabbit punches, not doing too much damage, but boy, in the judges' eyes, they're looking for something right around now.
It is, and Webb is really trying to put a stamp on it that he's won this fight. And this is how you do it, being aggressive, coming forward. Coming forward, really getting your opponent to back up and having him take desperation shots just like that. Great job by Thomas Webb digging that underhook and really jacking him back up. Now he's got to spin him, put his opponents back up against the fence just like this, continue to do some work, or if you can, trip him down.
Yeah, I'm super impressed with Tom Webb. I mean, he's doing what it takes to win the round. And his defense is great. Every time Beibit's been able to get him down, he gets right back up again. Very impressive. Shoulder strikes there.
Ooh, good right uppercut there for Webb.
Oh, what a combination, like a hammer fist to the hip to a right cross.
Oh, big left kick just missed the mark.
30 seconds to go in the fight.
Don't be sloppy here. Keep your hands up, because anything could happen. Guys have been finished with 1 second left on the clock.
Ooh.
So Webb can't get too cocky here with his hands down, even though I do believe he's in complete control of this fight right now.
Ooh. Yeah, that's Beybitt circling away.
By way of split decision, Beybitt Nazarov. Nazarov.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.